Hey, welcome back to the January House. This is Mike. Thanks for checking in. It's Thursday, and before we get started, I just wanted to let you know that we will be having an auction on my other channel, the January Auction House, live tonight at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern with Bruce Mize. I put a link to my other channel in the description of this video. Click on the link, subscribe to the channel, check out the preview video. Bruce has a lot of great items up for auction tonight, and then stop by at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern. I hope to see you there. All right, today's video is an estate sale haul. If you're familiar with my other channel, the January Auction House, you know that on Sunday nights live at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern, I have an auction with my buddy John. John has an estate sale company, and today he had an estate sale. And this estate sale that John had featured great items such as vintage Transformers, some Star Wars vehicles, some He-Man figures and vehicles, an Atari 2600, an original Nintendo, a Commodore 64 system, and a bunch of other great stuff. So you can imagine the level of interest that this estate sale had when Johnny listed out the items that were going to be for sale that day. The estate sale started at 8 o'clock in the morning. Here's a picture of me in my car at 6:30 in the morning, and you can see I'm not even the first one there. I was second in line, 6:30 in the morning, and by the time the doors opened at 8 o'clock, it was 25 or 30 people deep. It was crazy. The house was small, and I wanted to make sure I got the items that I wanted, so I didn't do any filming. But let me tell you, the people that were going after these Transformers were crazy. John had found these individual vintage Transformers, and he put them together and put them in like Ziploc bags with their accessories, their weapons, and their card information, and he had them all in like little Ziploc bags. People were grabbing bags, grabbing them from each other, checking out the prices, looking up stuff on their phone. It was nuts. So I bypassed the Transformers. Not that I didn't want Transformers, it's just that I knew most of the people would be focused in on those Transformers. So I ended up grabbing some of the other items that were in a different room. I'll show you some of those items now. First up is this Masters of the Universe He-Man lot with figures and other accessories. John had this in a big tote tub on the floor. I paid $100 for this, but you can see there's like 8 figures, Castle Grayskull's in there. It's not complete, but that's okay. The shell will sell, and all the parts and pieces, as well as those vehicles that you see there. I have to look them up. I have to clean them, definitely. They're very dirty. They haven't been played with in a long time. But if you notice that Skeletor there in the front, I think I'll get most of my money back just in that Skeletor alone. He is complete. He's damaged a little bit, but I should get 75, 80 bucks, I would think, for that Skeletor. I'll let you know in a future What's Sold video. And then I've got all the other figures and parts and pieces, some other weapons, the Castle Grayskull, things like that. So I should do pretty well on that. All right, next up is an original Nintendo system. You can see here it's the console, all the cords for 2 controllers, 1 game. It's the Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt game, and the Zapper, along with the NES Advantage controller. It's kind of like a tabletop controller, and it allowed you to repeatedly hit the A or B buttons instead of having to manually press it all the time. I think that brings about $25 by itself. I paid $50 for the whole lot of Nintendo items there, so I should do pretty well on that. Next up is this Commodore 64 lot. I've sold the Commodore 64 before if you've watched my previous video. So there's the keyboard that you see and the floppy drive, along with a ton of games that were on floppy disk. So I've never sold any of the games, so I have no idea what the value is there. I might pull out some of the individual ones and see how they sell, and then just lot the rest up. The keyboard is broken. The number 5 key is broken off. It's still there, but it's broken off. But I think it'll still sell. Put it up for auction. I paid $75 for the lot, so I think I'll do all right there as well. Check out the last few items that I got. First is that InnoGen 1 G3. It's a portable oxygen unit. I paid up for this. I paid $300 for it, but take a minute and look at the comps on eBay. InnoGen 1 G3. This thing is barely used. It's complete. It's still in its original box that the person had delivered to their house. If you see those comps, you know I should do very well with that. And then I picked up a ceiling fan universal remote control, $5. I think it brings like 15 to 20. It's new and packaged, never opened. So I think I'll do all right with that as well. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the thumbs up button for me and leave me a note in the comments. Let me know how you think I did with my pickups. Also, let me know what's the earliest you've ever arrived at an estate sale to try to make sure you get items that you want. I got there an hour and a half early before the estate sale started. I wasn't even the first one in line. Let me know how early you've ever gotten to an estate sale. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more great videos. Thanks.